Let's go. How you doing, everybody? Good morning. It is, of course, the Hat and Beard Show, and you are here in Mad Hatter Nation, and I'm on a paid holiday today, so we are, of course, being as professional as we possibly can in the most clean-cut and well-produced show you've ever seen. It's the Hat and Beard Show coming to you from Grandma Studio One. How you doing, Mad Hatter Nation? Good morning, boys and girls. We got stories. We got things across the NFL happening. Seems like the Diggs boys just couldn't keep their noses out of trouble, and they decided to both decided to make big splashes in headlines. Police report details assault allegations against Patriots. Stefon Diggs, NFL star, denies claims. The Patriots say Diggs categorically denies the claims. Well, my friend. You better hope that this didn't happen, because if not, you just done made a big old mistake at about the worst possible time you could. Way to just go ahead and be. Now I'm gonna sound like a high school football coach here. Well, son, way to be selfish. You didn't think about anybody else on your team. You're letting everybody down at the most critical point. We're heading into the playoffs, and Drake is having an MVP caliber season. It's because of you, man. It's because of you. Now you're letting everybody down. What's going to happen? Well, we might have to suspend you. The league might have to suspend you. You might go away. You might never play football again. And just think of the season that we were having. We could grandma wagon our way all the way to the Super Bowl, but now because Stefon Diggs decided to go ahead and allegedly do some really heinous stuff. Wah. You done screwed up there, bucko, if this is true. But we'll take a little looky-loo at that, and then we're going to go over to clutch points. Not to be outdone by his brother. Trevon says, I would like to be in the news as well. Please, I would like to be in the news as well. And developing story, obviously he was released by Dallas. Kind of weird, before the season ended. But Trevon Diggs hires Micah Parsons' agent right after Cowboys release. Following his release from the Cowboys, Trevon Diggs turned to the exact same agent as Micah Parsons to help navigate his Dallas exit. And that's about how I feel about that. There is a poll related to that very topic up in the chat for you guys in Mad Hatter Nation. Just kind of feeling out where we're sitting. So far, 8 of you have cast votes, and I'm kind of, I totally understand, and I would probably agree with where the poll's at right now. T. Diggs to Detroit's thoughts. 75% of you are saying nah. 25% of you are saying bet. I get it. I get where both sides are at. Trevon Diggs, it's one of those guys that if you could get a new software update and update all of the operating systems so that the computer was functioning properly, as far that the hardware is already good to go, more or less. But let's just say it. Bit of a basket case. All right, he's a little nutty. He's a payday player if I've ever seen one. And we're going to go ahead and go. Detroit Lions are among the unluckiest teams in the NFL. Oh, well, would you look at that? Jeremy Reisman. Dude, how do you just, perpetually come up with the best articles for me to read, dude? I didn't realize it was you. Jeremy Reisman, just this morning at 9 a.m., the Detroit Lions, 2025 Detroit Lions, are among the unluckiest teams in the NFL per official NFL data. The Detroit Lions were one of the unluckiest teams in the 2025 NFL season. So, I'm going to be real. We got ourselves a big old bucket of copium right here. Hey, let's go ahead and have ourselves some fun. And then because this is the last regular season game of this year for the Detroit Lions, there's no wait and see. There is no win and in. There is no path to the playoffs. We relinquished control of our season early on and refused to take a hold of our own destiny. The Lions have a real chance to be at the top of the league in cap space for free agency if a few things happen. This is something that we have been kind of keeping our eye on. Those of you keen guys in Mad Hatter Nation that know the numbers and can do math, I got to take my shoes off to count anything over 10. But you guys had kind of pointed out that, we're kind of treading into cap hell. That's not something that we need to be dealing with, considering all of the positional needs that the Lions have and how we need to be more aggressive. But there are some things to do some magic that can be worked with the numbers if things are to go away that they need to go a certain way. I don't know why I said it all weird like that. But yeah, those things. And then I'll probably talk about my favorite movie of the year. And I recommend you guys all go and see it, watch it. We'll watch the trailer for it. Yeah, that's stuff. That's the stuff. It's Slug Week. It is Slug Week, in case you can't tell. In case you can't tell, it's Slug Week, and I am dragging my keister right behind me. Hopefully you're not. So, guys, if you could, do me a favor. Just go ahead and like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Ring that notification bell so that you can be notified every single time we go live, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. here at youtube.com, as well as our final digital tailgate. This Sunday, we are going to be placing a couple of dollars out on the Lions game. Just to, maybe bookend the season, start the new year off on a big W. We'll see. We're not holding our breath or crapping in one hand and wishing in the other. Excuse me. But if you guys could also share this video around, that'd be great. And sinuses. Come back tomorrow, maybe. Hype this up if you're feeling like it. Remember, we're going to be off tomorrow because I got Mass. I think a holy day of obligation. Going to be a little preoccupied with that. So the things are done, buttons are pressed, and we are slug sliding into the show, guys.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well, then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
Y'all, if you aren't here for the live show, or if you're not watching the replay later on of the chat, Jack, you are a funny motherfucker. Jack, my dude. I had to wait for the intro to finish playing, dude, because I was like, damn it, that is funny, brother. He says, my hope level is as empty as a Dearborn daycare right now, brother. That is some good shit, dude. That is funny shit right there. I give you that, dude. You got me going. That was pretty funny, dude, right off the rip, dude. So you guys, just come in, hang out. If you can't hang out during the morning show, during the week, obviously there was the digital tailgate, but come hang out, dude. Mad Hatter Nation is a fun group of guys. What is? Oh, it's my light that's reflecting. I was like, what is red and flashing behind me? But yeah, come and chat doesn't show on replays, FYI. Oh shit. Oh, Jack, that's because I didn't have it turned on. That's a setting that I had to flip and switch on YouTube. Trying to maximize my reach, make it more enjoyable for people. Appreciate it, though, dude. Thank you. We'll try and keep an eye on that. Thanks, oh, my God. But all the more reason for you guys to be here live to watch the show every day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Guys, I'm just killing it. I'm just giving you as much content as I possibly can. We're going to be ramping it up in 2026. So you might as well be along for the ride. No sense in being a bandwagon jumper later on. Might as well get in at the ground level. You know what I'm saying? So police report details assault allegations, and the charges reportedly include felony strangulation or suffocation and misdemeanor assault and battery. Two separate things, two separate classifications. Not that I am well-versed in this. Does anybody know what is the difference? Look, I'm not trying to, bitch had to come and shouldn't dress like that if she didn't want to get fingered. I'm not trying to say that. What I'm saying, though, is like, what is kind of the difference between a rupture and a tear? What's the difference between felony strangulation and misdemeanor assault? I mean, are we arguing about are we arguing the difference between white and eggshell white? You know what I'm saying? Like at a certain point, why can't we just maybe society doesn't need to know all the nitty-gritty details in the headlines. Maybe you could just say, is being charged with being a piece of shit. I'm just saying. I know it's kind of a blanket statement, but maybe we could just go instead of saying felony strangulation or suffocation. You strangled her. I suffocated her. Felony style. And you beat her ass? No, I misdemeanored assaulted her. Like, come on, man. Why can't we just say he's being accused of being a piece of shit? In the statement obtained by Fox News Digital, David Meyer, one of the attorneys of the record for Diggs, confirmed the veteran NFL wide receiver categorically denies the claims brought against him and added the dispute was between an employer and an employee. Steph Diggs categorically denies the allegations. They are unsubstantiated, uncorroborated. They are unsubstantiated. They are uncorroborated. They are fictitious and felonious. Never get investigated. Look at you, Baga. The timing and motivation for making the allegations is crystal clear. They are the direct result of an employee-employer financial dispute that was not resolved to the employee's satisfaction. Stefon looks forward to establishing the truth in the court of law. A police narrative in a court filing about the case said a woman came to the Dedham Police Department on December 16th to say that 2 weeks earlier, while working as a private chef for Diggs, he came into her bedroom and became angry during a discussion about money. Yes. Everybody knows that the economy is rough, especially for the multi-million-dollar athletes. The woman told police Diggs smacked her across the face. He tried to push him away, and then he tried to choke her using the crook of his elbow around her neck. So I guess the smack, I guess that's the difference between a misdemeanor and a felony. Open palm is a misdemeanor, I'm guessing. So, fellas, keep that in mind. And I'm guessing by using his elbow, they're going to say it was some type of force You know what, guys? We have the internet machine here. What's the difference between felony, strangulation, and misdemeanor? Strangulation. You guys like this 6th grade reading level I got as I talk my way through it? Felony strangulation involves intentionally impeding breathing or circulation, making it a serious crime with significant prison time, e.g. up to 10 years in Michigan, while a misdemeanor strangulation, if it exists, would be a lesser charge. But many states have elevated strangulation to felony due to its extreme danger, brain injury, and death, making it a felony if it's an assault on a family member or a repeat offense, or simply because of the act itself. A felony carries harsher penalties, state prison, long-term consequences, and a misdemeanor, county jail, and fines. So there really is no misdemeanor strangulation. Good to know. See? Oh, look at us go. We are learning things. Would you like to be my neighbor? You know what I mean, Vern? Oh, boy. She said that he was behind her with his arm wrapped around her, wrote Officer Kenneth J. Ellis. Kenneth J. Ellis. Don't be confusing me with Kenneth T. Willis, that dirtbag, that scumbag. I ain't no Kenneth T. Willis. I am Kenneth J. Ellis. Not Willis, Ellis. She said she did feel that she had trouble breathing, and she felt like she could have blacked out. I feel that I could have blacked out. That's unfortunately, where a very high-paid attorney might poke and prod and find a reason why. Well, what do you mean you felt like? Did you at all at any other time feel like you could have blacked out? What did you eat that day? See, there's this whole thing now because I'm not trying to, I really don't want to sound like Ben Shapiro here, but facts, feelings. facts, feelings. You know what I'm saying? Diggs threw her on the bed and said, "Lies!" when she told him she had not been paid. Ellis wrote, "The chef sought payment for a week in November when Diggs was having house guests and she had to go home," Ellis wrote. The woman, quote, left her position in the home in Dedham, but returned on December 9th to retrieve her property. At that point, she told police Diggs referred to her as his assistant, who told the woman she had to sign a non-disclosure agreement before she would be paid. She did not sign it. Police said, "You don't have to sign it. You don't have to sign anything." The woman was reluctant to file charges last week, Ellis wrote, when, quote, she let me know that she had changed her mind from a few days ago and wanted criminal charges. Okay, so maybe a little bit of, explaining how they could maybe make something. I'm not trying to give Stefon Diggs the benefit of the doubt, to be honest with you. I mean, all accounts, this kind of is par for the course with, the guy who is, for lack of a better term, slowly kind of slipping into Antonio Brown light. You know what I'm saying? The woman was reluctant. The four-time Pro Bowler is scheduled to be arraigned in court on January 23rd. The AFC Championship game is scheduled to kick off on January 25. The judge is expected to consider a request to move the arraignment to a later date. Must be nice to be rich. Whoa, wouldn't that be nice if you guys could just go, but Judge, I got to go play in a very expensive football game. And he goes, oh, you poor thing. What? The judicial system will make accommodations for you. Meanwhile, Joe Blow, scraping by, trying to get a second job, gets pulled over for, not having a taillight or whatever, the cliche, pulled over for busted taillight, then's got to pay a fee and a fine, can't get that whole, but sir, I don't have time. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Michael DeSantifo, member of Diggs' legal team, appeared in the courthouse on Tuesday and asked the police report to be impounded to keep details under seal. Okay. He also told the local outlet that Diggs proposed a financial compensation for the alleged victim to expedite resolution of the case. As we speak, they're working to come to an agreement on that. He said, all right, that's, yeah, well. All right, no, I'm done reading this. He's guilty. Bro, if you're trying, dude, you're not even trying to hide it. Your attorney's just like, oh, yeah, we tried to find, as we speak, they're working to find an agreement on a financial resolution, financial compensation to expedite the resolution. Come on, dude. You might not have done it at all, but you did something enough that you're like, shit, I better just get this wrapped up right now. Dude, if you weren't guilty, you'd want to clear your good name. Come on now, bro. Antonio Brown Light, Antonio Brown Jr., Antonio ABJ, Antonio Brown Jr. There he goes, just walking down the street, and here's his dumbass brother. We don't want him here. Trevon Diggs hires Micah Parsons' agent right after the Cowboys release. Here we go. Trevon Diggs, that's right, guys, in case you didn't see it, because nobody really cares. After a disagreement with the organization, the Dallas Cowboys decided to release cornerback Trevon Diggs as he begins to prepare for his NFL career. For the next part of his NFL career, Diggs has turned to an agent who knows about leaving the Cowboys. The cornerback has hired David Malhotra of Athletes First to represent him via Adam Schefter. That's the same agent Green Bay Packers star Micah Parsons, or the Micah Parsons signed. Diggs saw help Parsons land a new 4-year, $188 million deal, and then he promptly went out and destroyed his knee. With the Packers, he is now turning to him for guidance in 2025 and beyond. Yes, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. While Diggs will want to join a playoff contender immediately, he'll also need to be thinking of fit and contract long term. Yes, long term. The cornerback offers quite the resume as he enters free agency. As you can tell by my resume that I am trogdor burninating the countryside. Assuming he isn't claimed off waivers over his 6 years with the Dallas Cowboys, Diggs put up 240 tackles, 63 passes defended, and 20 interceptions. He broke onto the scene in 2021, leading the league with 11 interceptions. Overall, Diggs was named to the Pro Bowl twice and All-Pro once while in Dallas. But now he'll be looking to join a team in need of a quarterback. Yes. Okay. I would like to build this weird team. This weird online NFL writers team where like Alex Anzalone's a corner, Trevon Diggs is a quarterback, Jameson Williams is a running back and scores rushing touchdowns. I mean, Jameson Williams does sometimes score rushing touchdowns, but you know what I'm saying? Where a couple weeks ago they gave J-Mo the credit for the touchdown when it was Gibbs. Yeah, I'd really like this interesting, fictitious AI-written team. Clutch points. Clutch points. What's going on here, bud? I think you mean cornerback, but there's a lot of pressure on you writers to really grind out these stories. Really working hard, working overtime, dude. You work hard for the money, right? You got to move some microwave ovens, custom kitchen delivery. You got to move these refrigerators. Yeah, is that what you got to do here? You over here working hard. Putting quarterback now. He'll be looking to join a team in need of a quarterback. Yes. Trevon Diggs is a very talented quarterback in this land of make-believe. It has been a down season for Diggs. Yes, his passing numbers are very, very down. But perhaps a change in scenery is what he needs to be rejuvenated. If signed beyond the 2025 campaign, that team would hope he could be a crucial contributor after a full season at the quarterback spot. Great job. Great job. With Mohologa now helping lead the way. This is going to be a... I mean, dude, look, if Mohologa can grab Micah Parsons, that 4-year, $188 million contract, and then can change Trevon Diggs from a all-pro, Pro Bowl corner and get him a top, I'm not even saying top 5, but a top 10 quarterback contract. Wow. Yeah, especially with how down Trevon Diggs' passing numbers are this year. He'll be looking to join a team in need of a quarterback. Great job. Great job. You clearly got past grade 9 there, Randy. Way to go, Randers. You greasy cheeseburger eating fuck. Here we go, though. Let's talk about some Lions, guys. You guys want to talk about some Lions? Damn, we are doing pretty good on the timing. I am trying really hard to do the front half of the show being like NFL and then Lions adjacent content before then sliding into the Lions content in the back end of the show. Man, we are oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, getting good at this. What's up, Jody? Good to see you. American Box, how you doing, guys? Proofreading is a lost art. Brent, ain't you, bro? For real. 13 hours, 36 minutes until 26. Let's go. These writers don't even proofread the articles. ChatGPT writes it for them. Jack, brother, I don't know if you were here the other day, but I straight up took some guy. What was it? Some dude, some guy. I took some guy's article because I got down to the bottom and after I got done reading it, I just looked at the camera. I'm like, well, that was written by ChatGPT. And then we put it into the Grammarly checker, and Grammarly was like, this was 100% written by ChatGPT. And I was like, this is bullshit, bro. This is bullshit, dude. American Boxer, shout out, brother. Yeah, dude. So that number that I put up yesterday, that 281-330-8004, that's That's Mike Jones, dude. That's a rapper from down south, dude. It was this old song from back in the day. Back then by Mike Jones. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot, hoes all on me. And one of the lines is 281-330-8004. Hit Mike Jones up on the low because Mike Jones about to blow. Turns out I need to proofread my comments. Justice for Diggs. Mike Jones, who? Mike Jones got a lot of haters and a lot of homies, some friends and some phonies. Oh yeah, I used to listen to like Mike Jones, dude, and like Paul Wallace, the People's Champ, something like a ball of the candy paint dripping off of the old school Impala. Oh man. Oh man, my bad, y'all. I just went back. I was just like thinking about like I used to like really get down to like Bum B and Pimp C, dude. UGK was legit like one of the hardest things I bumped for a long. I used to bump like UGK for a long time. Then I kind of got into Slim Thug, but like Slim Thug is all right, dude. But like his beats were kind of whack. You know, like I don't know, man. I like that kind of lazy Swishahouse style that Slim Thug had. I feel though that it was almost proto mumble rap. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the way Slim Thug sounded. But it was still I don't know, man. I feel like the like Dirty South Swishahouse scene. Like I don't know, man. They had some pretty good beats down there, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was okay. DJ Screw, shout out, bro. Yes, dude. Yes. I'm up on my Houston rap. Yeah, dude. My gingery country white ass is up on my Houston rap, dude. H-Town, brother. Thick Thug gained a ton of weight. Yeah, dude. Well, bro, Slim Thug was already like a big dude, like to begin with. So it was just all he needed was a little bit of money, and then he became Slim Buffet, dude. Buffet Thug. He was like, Bum B, check this out. Hold my beer. Actually, give me that beer back, and I'm gonna take your beer. You know what I'm saying, bro? Plus, it's that lifestyle, man. That lifestyle, dude. That like, bro, lazy out on lean, smoking all the time, dude. That is a real good way to get fat as fuck, dude. Especially when you get some money, dude. You know what I mean, bro? So the NFL, Detroit Lions were among the unluckiest teams in the NFL. Per official data, the Lions were one of the unluckiest teams of the 2025 NFL season, per Jeremy Reisman. I was just upstairs listening to my Will Smith CD. Hell yeah, Mr. Detroit City. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up, dude. That's what's up. Good old Will Smith. There are a ton of reasons why the 2025 Detroit Lions season will go down as a huge disappointment. You guys notice how we were able to temper that conversation? We didn't go full down into the like Ginger versus Marianne conversation, bro. We've already talked about the offensive regression. The defense took a major step back too. And yes, injuries, two critical players, didn't help either. Yo, my neck is fucked up, yo. I should be fucked up this morning. It is so like, One of the data sets suggests there was another factor working against the Lions this year. Lady Luck was not on our side. Tom Bliss, a football operations data scientist for the NFL. What a fucking job. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to sound like Vivek Ramaswamy over here, right? But like dude's over here bag maxing so hard. Like think of like what this mind could do if we were still trying to like explore space. But homeboy, and nothing against you, Tom Bliss. He's over here bag maxing. Like get your bag, brother. But a football operations data scientist. Pray tell, what exactly are you doing to help advance the race, the human race, like the species? Like I get it, we all need some R&R and some bread and circuses, but like I just kind of, I don't know, man. It's like, couldn't you use that for anything like more like beneficial? Clearly you're not a dumbass. Well, maybe you are. Maybe you're just a college indoctrinated dipshit. Who knows? But put together a collection of 4 different luck stats as they pertain to win probability. These stats basically represent moments in the game in which each team has little control. Here are 4 different categories. All right, so apparently luck is now a unofficial stat column. Dropped interceptions, interceptable passes thrown by a team that were dropped by the opponent. Dropped passes, catchable passes by the opponent that were dropped by opponent's receivers. Field goal and extra points missed made kicks by opponents. I don't want to hear it, Mr. Detroit City. I do not want to hear it. Do not bring up Jake Bates. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I know what you're already going to say. We're going to just remove this, okay? I get it. Jake Bates missed some kicks. He'll be better next year. Fumble recoveries, win probability added, lost by the recovery of fumbles from both teams and their opponents. You can argue how much of these involves luck versus skill, but for the most part, it's easy to see how most of these metrics are out of control for each team. The NFL has more on their luck methodology for each statistic here, if you're interested. It turns out the Lions have had a negative luck win or a luck loss win probability in all 4 categories for the 2025 season. They were victimized by their bad fumble recovery luck, posting a negative 52.8 win probability in the category for the entire season, the 3rd worst in the NFL. So that means that we recovered fumbles at less than a 47.2. Am I reading that right? Is my math right? Hang on, let me count on my toes. Yeah, 47.2. Yeah. Win probability of grabbing a fumble. That's what I've been telling you guys, right? I've been saying it all season. I've been hanging it on Kirby Joseph not getting the takeaways. He's saying here fumbles, that's fine. But the fact that we haven't had the number of possessions that we had last year because we didn't have Kirby Joseph back there taking picks away. We didn't have Brian Branch getting picks. Alex Anzalone not getting picks. We got very few fumbles. Yeah, Hutch had 1 fantastic interception, but in years past he had 2, 3. He had fumble recovers. He was Mr. Strip Sack. You know what I'm saying? We weren't getting the opportunities. So when people say our offense wasn't as good as it was last year, yes, by the numbers and yes, by the win total, you're not wrong in your assessment, but there are some factors that are key contributing factors to our historically good offense last year. More possessions, higher octane defense out there grabbing passes, taking the INTs away, Kirby Joseph doing things, giving us a short field, right? Scoring, having multiple possessions in a game on the opponent, starting inside the opponent's side of the 50. Khalif Raymond is the all-time Detroit Lions punt return record holder, right? He's flipping the field for us at times. That not so much this year. He's been injured. He's taken a step back. Thumb Kennedy had to do punt return duties for a little bit there, right? So, yes, our offense did take a step back, and there are reasons to it. There are multiple reasons. Ben Johnson, the offensive line, Jared Goff being tired, grossly diminished role of David Montgomery, right? On top of that, fewer possessions will lead to fewer offensive points, lesser output. You need to have the ball to be able to produce with the ball. We're not getting takeaways. Part of that could be Calvin Shepard if you guys really want to go ahead and point fingers. Part of it could be Terry and Arnold being out, right? DJ Reed not living up to his contract, right? There are reasons behind it. I'm not making excuses, but there are reasons that we can point to. The Lions encountered 24 fumbles, both fumbled forced and fumbled by the offense in 2025. They recovered just 9. It was particularly bad on offense, where they fumbled 11 times and recovered only 3. Well, Kingsley and Gungagoon with bad snaps ain't going to do us no favors. Put together all 4 stats. The Lions had the 3rd worst luck in the NFL in 2025, only ahead of the 8-8 Colts and the 3-13 Jets. Ooh-wee! Check it out. If you guys really want, there is a link to this article Down in the description, I'm not going to try and explain this graph. It is far too small for me to really read. I'd be boomer reading it. I don't really feel like doing that. Obviously, the Lions' problems in 2025 ran far deeper than just bad luck. Yeah, see, this is why I like you, Jeremy Reisman. Brother, you're doing a great job, man. But it does show that just about everything could go wrong this season. Did go wrong. Does this feel AI written? Nope, doesn't at all. That's why we like pod, dude. That's why we like the pod. Pride of Detroit. Jeremy Reisman. If you're using AI, you're using it as a good tool. You're not making it do all the work for you like Clutch Points does. Shout out. Brother, crushing it, crushing it. How do we feel about that, guys? How do we feel about the luck stat? Luck is spelled refs now. First thing I see. Awesome. That's awesome. I wasn't allowed to listen to anything country music until I was 16. Then Roy Jones Jr. got me hooked on R&B. Then I turned into reggae. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Lost that last match. Yeah. You're talking about John Cena. John Cena. Lions are number 1 in 2004 for games missed due to injuries. This year they're number 2. Need a new medical staff. Bates is a free agent for 2026. Yeah, well, re-sign Jake Bates. The ballad of Jake Bates cannot end like this. It cannot end like this. I like Jake Bates. He's my guy. He's my guy. I'm over here like re-sign Jake Bates over Al-Qadim Muhammad because I don't want to fucking turn Al-Qadim Muhammad into Cliff Averill 2.0. I like Al-Qadim Muhammad, but I don't want to overpay for him. I've seen some estimates he could get $17 million a year just because of the year he had this year. Man. Yeah, dude, Jack, American Boxer trained with Roy Jones, dude. Yo, low-key, American Boxer's done some badass shit, brother. He's a SEAL, or retired, I'm assuming now, but homeboy was a Navy SEAL and trained with Roy Jones, dude. Bro's been through it, dude. We got some cool people in Mad Hatter Nation, dude. Like yourself, bro. Like yourself. I got a shout out, dude. Like I like seeing new names in the chat. You guys have to be subscribed to take part in the live chat, which means that you're willing to take a swing on us or at least like it enough, dude. So, I appreciate it, dude, and I appreciate you guys partaking. I want to know why some of the teams have fewer injuries. Is it medical, nutritional, or playing schemes? Jack, that's a very good question. This is the problem, guys. I'm not a good... Well, first of all, I don't like using the term journalist. I'm a fucking YouTuber, right? But I'm not really that good at investigating. Like, I can go down rabbit holes and remember shit, but like I don't have like charts and graphs that'll finally make it clear. I can't prepare a lecture on why I have to leave. And yes, I just totally quoted Postal Service to you guys. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Jukebox brain is in full effect, y'all. Part of the Lions situation this year is connected to, or maybe I'm just trying to connect dots here, but kind of what I've been talking about all year with the declined performance of the Eagles, the Chefs, the Lions, these teams that have been putting on these long season runs. I think that part of the Lions situation is the stereotypical, they don't play on natural grass. And the biggest part for the Lions this year was, I believe it was Penei Sewell who maybe pointed this out. Oh, my neck. Who maybe pointed this out. Dude, we started playing in July. We played the Hall of Fame game. That's in July, bro. Like, we played ball in July, and then we're still playing ball in January. We've played us and the Chargers, right? Because we played them in the Hall of Fame game, if I'm correct. We've played not more games, but the most amount of time in active game speed, right? Preseason, I know it's a little bit different, but still, we played before everybody else. So we've been kind of at it longer, right, this year. So a little bit of a war of attrition that we're failing at. Part of it could be whatever the strength and conditioning plan is, just not being it, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's something to look at, dude. Strength and conditioning program in the offseason will limit a team's injuries. I agree, Jack. I totally agree. If anyone sees it, please share it here. Hell yeah, dude. There's got to be and Jack. And here's the thing, y'all. It's like for some reason, so we're gonna talk about this a little bit. And now watch, just like how I started talking about the retarded development of collegiate, and I don't mean that in an assault, in a negative, oh, you're retarded fucking way. I mean that in the actual definition of the word. The retarded development of quarterbacks out of college to the NFL. I started talking about it, and it's like we all got that fucking patch update, and then everybody's like, yep, and here's all the metrics. Here's all the data. You know what I'm saying? So I'm over here just I'm just asking questions. I need my sources. Who will remain anonymous? Of course, I'll protect my sources always, but I need my sources to come through and give me the information so that I can broadcast it out to the free thinking and free speech advocates, the true patriots here in Mad Hatter Nation. Our turf is a major contributor to our injuries, more so than the medical staff. Cheers, Rick. You see what I'm saying? Lions had very few number of injuries. They changed the field, and the numbers went way up. See, guys? It's that Seth, I hate to use the term turf monster, but, bro, because, yeah, we're looking at it, and, outside of anal zones, arm, and Hutch's leg, which didn't even happen at home, but outside of those two guys, can we really think of a time, the broken collarbone, a broken arm, a broken leg, a bone injury, or are we seeing the majority of the Lions' injuries being these soft tissues? Think Emmanuel Mosley, right? Kirby Joseph, Brian Branch, these guys that are having the soft tissue injuries, the non-contact injuries. Yeah, that does seem to be a little bit of an uptick. At least that's what it seems like on just the surface, just quickly running through the memory banks here. But, yeah, dude. Yeah, you're right about the turf, dude. You're totally right. I blame the attitude, starting with Dan Campbell. Projected to the rest of the team, John Morton's attitude didn't help. I know, American brother. Look, dude, I will make sure on Monday that there will be some type of little celebration that you, me, and the rest of Mad Hatter Nation will all have when John Morton is fired. All right, brother. we will all take a little victory lap and unfortunately dance on his grave just a little bit. Okay, we're not gonna have a full-on sock hop, okay? But we will have a little bit of a shindig, a little bit of a jiggery-do. You know what I'm saying? We'll have a little bit of a get-together. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll all show ourselves to the foyer before we retire for the evening. You like all that old-timey vernacular? Look at me go. Sheila spent a lot of money on the new turf, but injuries have increased since. So it could, at a certain point, dude. If you're not winning because of injuries, you're not getting a return on your investment. Why can't they see the obvious, Jack? Because rich people have their minds clouded. They think because they have money that they know more than everybody else. So is it Occam's razor or is it Hamlin's razor? The simple solution by making the fewest amount of assumptions is typically the correct assumption or the correct solution. Is that Hamlin's razor or Occam's razor? Because one of them is that, and then the other one is don't chalk up to malice what can be attributed to stupidity. I believe I'm talking Hamlin's razor on the first one. He seems like a nice guy, but nice finish last. Exactly, dude. Plenty of people in Michigan know how to grow grass indoors. Ask any grow shop, problem solved, dude. Actually, dude, I seen something where it might have been on Reddit where some boomers were like, well, millennials just don't want to buy homes because they don't want to take care of the lawn. And I'm like, why don't you go ahead and take a look down YouTube to see how ridiculous us millennials are about our turf. Yo, bro. Us millennials, we all hit like 30, 31-ish at the latest, and we're just like, the most of us are like, boom, lawn care, baby. Look at my stripes. I did a double single stripe pass. I'm cutting diamonds, dude. I'm out there. You all can't, y'all that were here when we first started the live show Monday through Friday, back when we were just like Monday through Wednesday at the beginning of the season. You guys remember that? Back when springtime hit, y'all remember how we started talking turf? Ooh. Talking about growing grass and mowing turf, getting it. Yo, I'm making Play-Doh snakes like a motherfucker. I get so excited about that, y'all. Oh, man. Artificial turf and going back to grass. Grass is still the safest surface. Yes, it is, Jack. I agree with you. Jack 2125, you're all good, dude. Don't worry about it, man. So basically it's just saying that, like, what I'm just saying is that because they think they know so much, they always go to the more complicated solutions. They refuse to just see the simple solution right in front of their face. It's kind of that whole, like, almost like you're overeducated to where you always jump to the most complex things when it's like, I'm guilty of it too. Like, for example, in a lot of troubleshooting situations, people automatically jump to, oh, it's this, it's that, it's the motor, it's the fucking valves, it's the controller. 9 times out of 10, all you gotta do is turn it off and turn it back on. I can't tell you guys how much of my maintenance career, and I've been doing maintenance in some form or another, and I mean, like, actually paying W-2s, paying taxes and into Social Security. I've been doing maintenance or some type of skilled labor since I was 13 years old. I'm 37, so what is that, 4 years, right? Because 13 years, 6 months is the legal limit, the legal requirement to start working in the state of Michigan when I was a kid back in the early aughts. So yeah, I can, and I've worked in a lot of different industries doing maintenance, doing construction, installation. 97% of the time, I want to say the fix is just to turn it off and turn it back on. You like that Play-Doh snakes, though? You like that line, Brandy? That's what I'm saying. You remember that 90s, like 90s and early aughts R&B artists always making Play-Doh snakes? Fucking making Play-Doh snakes, dude. All right, y'all. We'll get out of here with this story. Well, we'll start to end the show. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna go a little late. I don't have to work. It's paid day off. Ooh ee ooh ah ah ting tang wada wada bing bang. The Lions have a real chance to be at the top of the league in cap space for free agency. If a few things happen, and if they happen, we are gonna be a lucky duck sitting pretty. The Lions could have a huge offseason if this all goes well. We talked about it just the other day about Jared Goff. JG16 for MVP. Jared Goff. What he needs to do, and that is restructure his contract. We talked about this on Monday. I think we talked about this on Tuesday. The Lions can open up just over $40 million in cap space by restructuring Goff's deal. That's a large chunk of the pie for the Lions. If it doesn't change the amount of Goff gets paid, it just spreads it out, right? We talked about that, where instead of a two-dimensional graph, we look at the salary cap as a three-dimensional table that you collapse the bar graph down and spread it out like frosting, right? We're spreading out that money over many, many years. It's the void years are there for. Ultimately, the piper will have to be paid. So the question then becomes, and you guys know where I stand on this, and I know where some of you stand on this. I know where a lot of Lions Nation stands on this right now, unfortunately. If you're going to restructure Goff's deal to free up $40 million in cap space, which would be the most beneficial thing that you could do for the team, you are committing to Jared Goff for the foreseeable future. Now, I know a lot of people are calling for Jared Goff's head on a silver platter, and I'm going to tell you that you're wrong, because you're wrong. By the numbers, you're wrong. Okay, we looked at how the narrative around Jared Goff has to have everything perfect, whereas yesterday's article talking about the game between the Rams, Matt Stafford not having absolute perfect protection, well, he couldn't succeed having one guy out. So that narrative around Jared Goff is false. It's bullshit. All teams need good offensive lines. All quarterbacks need X, Y, and Z to be successful. No one guy outside of Mike Vick and an MVP caliber Cam Newton could theoretically take a team on their back and do it all. And I don't like either one of those guys, but I have to give credit where credit is due. Okay. So Goff needs to restructure his deal, and that's exactly what needs to happen. It's the best thing for the team. It's the best thing for Jared Goff. It's the best thing for me, and it's the best thing for you heading into the 2026 offseason. That would give us $53 million in cap space by that one move alone. Taylor Decker's retirement, and that's what needs to happen as well. Deck needs to retire. This is not set in stone, but again, this list of things that needs to happen for the Lions to stack some cash. We know that Decker has been weighing retirement. With the health issues he's faced this year, it would not be a shock if he went through it with it. If Decker retires, that frees up an estimated $15 million in 2026. That would give us a estimated $68 million in cap space. Now we're talking, we can go after some guys. Okay, now we're feeling pretty good about our cap space, right? Graham Glasgow, another guy who, even if he doesn't retire, does not need to be returned as a Detroit Lion. Glasgow has also been dealing with injuries, and he'll be 34 if he decides to play again next year. His retirement doesn't free up a ton of money, but it helps. Detroit would get an estimated $7 million in cap space. I'm all about that. That is two back-end defensive backs to fill out the roster. That is two. That is a Rock Yassin and a Nick Whiteside. You know what I'm saying? That'd give us $75 million in cap space. Amon-Ra needs a restructure, they say. Amon-Ra will have $33 million cap hit in 26, and it's fully guaranteed. If the Lions convert that to a bonus by adding 2 void years to this deal, that could open up $21.5 million in cap space, giving us $97 million. Oh, boy. Now we're going. Now we can afford Max Crosby. Don't forget the rollover cap. Last year, the Lions ended free agency with the third most cap space, and then they decided to roll a lot of that over into 2026. Approximately $20 million estimated cap. If all of these things happen, including the rollover, we're sitting with $118 million going into cap, or of cap space going into free agency. That is exactly where we needed to go. That would be that right there would make the Lions the third cap space between the Tennessee Titans and the Las Vegas Raiders of Oakland. There are other things the Lions could do, like restructure Penei Sewell's deal. And this is something that I've been seeing a little scuttlebutt about. I don't know how I feel about it yet. How do you feel about it, Mad Hatter Nation? Or trade Aleem McNeil. But I'm not sure they'll go those routes. The Penei's restructure and makes sense. What is this? What is this? What is this? What's this? What's this? The Lions' top priority this offseason has to be a complete rebuild of their defensive line. That might include trading away some players. No, I refuse to hear it. Actually, I believe we read this. Yeah, we read that. But yeah, we need to get rid of. We need to let Reeder walk. Unfortunately, Reeder's got to walk. Lopez is gonna. If Lopez wants to be re-signed, the season he had this year, he's $7-8 million a year, right? Mohammed, also a free agent. Rodriguez is a free agent. There's some guys we need to make some decisions on if we want to get back and grab them. And Aleem McNeil is eating up some cap space, though I'm not in the camp of trading Aleem McNeil unless you can get back in first round or a second and a future second. You know, I don't know. I'm not here for it. I'm not here. How do you guys feel about the possibility of trading Aleem the Dream, the Dancing Bear McNeil? Yeah, there's a Lions trade Goff to the Vikings. Would Hutch be able to get more sacks? Yes, Jack, he would. Goff ain't getting traded. DC loves Goff, and he has no trade clause in his contract. Only Goff can trade Goff. Yeah, so yeah, no trading of Goff, dude. I've just seen people talk about wanting to get rid of Goff. I've seen the Goff haters are back, dude. You see how winning is the perfect deodorant, dude, but the Goff haters are back. Jake Slaughter at center will make all of the difference with Goff. Use extra money to sign Tyler Linderbaum. Yeah, Brent, I see you in Reddit was talking about that. Actually, both of you guys, American Boxer and Brent DeWitt, your guys' comments go together. I've seen some scuttlebutt about Linderbaum, and yes, if Linderbaum is a free agent, you spend any money he wants to go get Tyler Linderbaum. But the reality is with the NFL, elite centers like him are so few and far between. We are learning that this season, right? And I'm sure the Baltimore Ravens looked at what the Detroit Lions went through when Frank Ragnow retired, and they said, well, we don't want to go through that. At the very least, I expect Linderbaum to be franchise tagged by the Ravens. He'll be re-signed. Buffalo center's a guy we could look at. Maybe Jackson Powers Johnson, if we were able to trade for him. I've always liked him. I've seen Evan Brown floated a little bit, but Jake Slaughter is my guy in the draft that I'm all about. Montgomery. He has to go. He's the 7th highest paid running back. Yeah, Jack Rabbit. That's something we've all been talking about here in Mad Hatter Nation. And personally, as much as I hate to see it, I actually seen this beautiful farewell. And I hate that they used Green Day's, that fucking song that we all had for our graduation song. My brother had it in 98 and I had it in 2006. That's how stereotypical it was. Good Riddance, I think is the song. Is that it? Is that the name of it? Another turning point, a fork stuck in my ass. That song with David Montgomery. It was a really beautiful tribute to him. But the best thing for David Montgomery, obviously, is for him to go someplace else. He's being wasted. The few prime years that he has left here in the NFL do not need to be squandered standing on the sidelines with your helmet and chin strap done up, waiting to go in and having a offensive coordinator who is obsessed with Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs is a very, very special player. He will be an elite, possibly a Hall of Fame running back by the time it's all said and done. But David Montgomery is the linchpin to Jahmyr Gibbs' success. The way David Montgomery goes, it frees up Jahmyr Gibbs. It breaks down defenses. He is the tenderizer to the defensive front that allows Jahmyr Gibbs to just rip and run wild. You are infinitely more successful with a two-headed running back attack than you ever will be with a single running back attack. David Montgomery needs to be traded to the Tennessee Titans where he can go and flourish, and Tennessee will be... Look, David Montgomery goes to Tennessee. Tennessee makes 1 or 2 acquisitions in the drafts, brings in a wide receiver. I'm telling you, Cam Ward is good enough if they make the right coaching hire, if they continue to progress the way that they've been going. They already have Eric Hallett there. I told you guys Eric Hallett's going to be a good player. I don't expect him to, really maybe get cut. If they sign him to the active roster and you see what happens, I'm not saying he's out there making the plays, but they've done correlation, causation. David Montgomery to Tennessee. Tennessee gets a wide receiver. Tennessee's a playoff team next year. Tell me I'm wrong. Get that young quarterback, Tony Pollard and David Montgomery to lean on all day. Yeah, Al-Qadim did up his value, that's for sure. I seen numbers. Someone floated out. I seen a $17 million contract for Al-Qadim Muhammad. And I was like, oh, fuck that. I ain't paying that. Brad is more prone to draft a center than sign a high dollar one. Yeah, let's take a look at Jake Slaughter, huh? Let's take a look at old Jake. Jake's Slaughter. Yeah, buddy. There's our guy. Projected as a potential second round or even a first round. Praised for his high football IQ, excellent pass blocking, strong leadership and versatility in both zone and gap schemes. He'll need to adapt to the NFL power at the next level. Diagnoses blitz, makes pre-snap calls, and shows great mental processing. Elite pass blocking metrics, known for keeping quarterbacks clean. Solid movement skills, effective at the second level and in space. Excels in zone gap schemes, capable of playing center or guard. 2-time team captain at Florida. Areas for improvement. Sustained blocks, needs to improve technique against elite NFL athletes. One-on-one power, NFL power and length can challenge him in isolation. NFL projections, early day 2, second round to potentially late day 1. Expected to compete for a starting role in his early career, potentially a plug-and-play starter. Team fit. Teams need a smart, efficient center with starting potential, like the Detroit Lions are often mentioned. That's from Google's AI. All right, that's Google's AI right there, guys. So let's keep that hype train going around Jake Slaughter. I want David Montgomery. Oh, yeah, American Boxer, I forgot. I forgot Houston would be a great landing spot for him, too. Yeah, Jack, and that's the thing. Muhammad, I'm not saying this is the last contract he's going to get, but he struck at the exact right time to get himself a final generational wealth bag before the back end of his career. Talk about a year to produce, go out there and get double-digit sacks. He ended up adding a huge amount of value to his contract. So, guys, as we hit the 11 o'clock hour, we will be wrapping the show up, and I just want to tell you that it's been a fun year, right? I enjoyed all of you guys who tuned in, who hung out, who took a chance on the Hat and Beard Show. Look, YouTube doesn't like live shows so much, so, for them to recommend it is pretty big, and for those of you who gave it a crack, that's even bigger, especially we got subscriber-only chat, and, 10 a.m. is not really the most prime time for viewership, let's be honest, but I work second shift, so it is what it is. But I just want to say thank you to all of you who've had a wildly successful year. We're doubling down on Hat and Beard next year, more content coming out, and it should be a good time. It should be a good time. I hope that you guys are sticking around, and the offseason might be a little bit slow in terms of viewership, but I think if you continue to tune in, you'll see that it'll be a good time, and we'll get through the offseason together. Right? Before you know it, we'll be staring down the barrel of the summer and training camp, and and football will be back. I'm already getting ready. I love the draft process. I do want to shout out one of my favorite things this year. Sorry I joined late in the year, but better late than never, Mr. Figs. Hell yeah, no, dude, Mr. Figs, I appreciate you coming in, dude, because you're one of those non-Lions fans who turns in, dude. One of those guys who's a fan of another team, and I do dog your team more so than others, right? But I think I'm pretty fair in dogging everybody. I like to kind of, call balls and strikes, assholes and elbows. We like to keep pretty square, plumb level and square around here. Obviously, I have my Lions biases. But check this out, guys. My favorite movie of the year is, I don't want to say cult classic-y, but you don't see a lot of it unless you hear of it from word of mouth or see it, plugged by someone online. And I'm telling y'all that this movie is exactly as hype as everyone makes it out to be. So if you got the chance, you got I think it's like less than a 2-hour runtime. If you got the chance, head on over to Prime or whatever, look up the movie Warfare. All right, so we're going to watch this trailer. The movie is written and directed. It's all based on an actual event. And the director was one of the guys in this engagement, right? So he literally knows about it firsthand. It is the grittiest modern day war movie I've seen, probably bar none. And it is one of the best war movies ever. It takes everything to a whole new level, a different viewpoint, a different perspective than what you're traditionally seeing. I couldn't recommend it enough. My favorite movie of the year. So we're going to watch the trailer. Maybe you guys can check it out and let me know. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. This is the trailer for Warfare.
How's it going?
Going well.
Okay.
That's that new guy energy.
Oh, he's back. That's the fourth fucking time he's done that.
So you're peeking at probing?
Speaking with serious intent to probe.
Alpha 2, we might have guys starting to move on our position.
Copy, we're getting a buildup of activity here too.
Yeah, I definitely see weapons at this point.
Yeah, we have definite massing.
Redman 08 is profane. We're seeing activity converging to your north and south.
This is Frogman 6 Romeo. We need evac at our last known position.
We have severely wounded. Who's the severely wounded?
It's not you.
Is it me? Who is it?
No, it's not you. No one is it.
Copy, 1, we're in contact 2.
You coming to you or you coming to us?
Stand by. We'll let you know when we're inbound.
Let's move!
Here's the plan.
EA 5 minutes, over.
The scouts are gonna lead us out, and I'm bringing up the rear. Pop smoke.
Smoke out.
We are all coming back.
OP1, they are en route to you.
3 minutes out! 3 minutes!
Eyes on me and only me.
Has anyone looked at you?
I'm fucked up.
2 minutes out! 2 minutes!
Where are you guys?
Look for the blood and the smoke.
Multiple bad guys trying to get to our position.
Inbound! Inbound! Find cover! 1 minute out!
We have enemy on our building and all surrounding buildings.
Roger that, stand by. Going hot.
You gotta get ready, man. This is gonna hurt.
On my count. 1, 2, 3.
Whew. Strongly recommend that film if you guys get a chance to check it out. I dog my own team more than any other. Hell yeah, Mr. Figs. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. I appreciate it. All right, guys, so that's going to be it for today. Thank you for all that stopped by, partook in the poll. Looks like everyone's big heavy. 70% of you say, nah, T Diggs, and I'm there with you guys. Thank you for all of y'all. Have a good rest of your day. Look, guys, be safe. Be smart today, right? Okay? And all I'm saying is if you're feeling froggy and want to try something new, tomorrow morning. Maybe get your sorry ass up and get down to church and start the year off on the right foot. God is good. Christ is king. Guys, have a good rest of your day. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything we wouldn't do. I will be back Friday morning. I'm going to take tomorrow off because I got to get my sorry ass down to church. We'll be back Friday morning talking all things NFL and Detroit Lions, getting ready for the season finale against the Chicago Bears. Hopefully we can get a little bit of end the season on a good note. Yeah, that'd be nice. All right, guys. Until then, I've been Hat and Beard. You've been attentive audience. We'll see you then. Baga baga.